You float. There is no up or down. There is only a deep and silent black. The final star winked out a long time ago. You do not remember how long. Time has lost its meaning here. There is nothing left to measure it by. You are a memory in an ocean of nothing, a ghost adrift in the final cold. The universe has taken its last breath. You were there to witness it. A lonely audience for the end of everything. You are the last human, the final thought of a species that loved the stars. Now the stars are gone. Every sun has cooled. Every world has frozen. The great expansion has reversed into a great stillness. You remain, a single point of consciousness in the dark. You wonder if this is it, the true and final end. You remember warmth. You recall the feeling of sunlight on your skin, the taste of water, the sound of laughter. These memories are all you have. They are your only companions in the void. You cling to them like a child to a blanket. They are proof that it all happened, that humanity was real. Then, a thought that is not your own. It does not arrive with sound. It simply appears in your mind. A question as old as the emptiness around you. Who are you to wait in my house? The thought is calm. It holds no malice, only a profound and ancient curiosity. It feels like the darkness itself has spoken, like the void has finally noticed you. You are a fleck of dust in its vast cathedral, a speck of light it did not expect. You answer with your own thoughts. You send the story of your name, your life, your people. You tell it you are the last, the final echo of a race called human. You watch the lights go out one by one. You did not want to leave. You could not let go. The presence considers your reply. The silence deepens for a moment. It feels like an eternity passes. Then the voice returns. It is softer this time. A human. I have not seen one of your kind in a long time. You are more stubborn than the others. The voice offers you a gift, a memory that is not yours. It asks if you want to see the beginning. Before you can answer, it happens. The darkness around you ignites. You are no longer in the cold void. You are somewhere else, somewhere new. You feel an impossible heat. You see a light so bright it has no color. It is the color of existence itself. This is the birth of everything. The first moment, the great fire from which all things came. You are witnessing the start of time. Your mind struggles to comprehend it. The scale is beyond imagination. You feel the first atoms forming, the first star-born dust coalescing. You are not just watching, you are part of it. You feel the universe expanding around you. The first light touches you. It feels like a promise. The vision is overwhelming. It is beautiful and terrifying. You see galaxies being born in cosmic storms. You see worlds taking shape from raw chaos. The voice guides you through it all. It shows you the raw power of creation, a power that has been sleeping for ages. The vision of creation fades. You are back in the comfortable dark. The ancient voice returns to you. Now you will show me your people. Show me these stubborn humans. You are an archivist now, the last librarian of Earth. You open your mind. You share the memories of humanity. You start with the simple things. The first fire, the first wheel, the first story told under a star-filled sky. You show it the slow climb from the dust, the endless struggle and the soaring triumphs. You show it cities of glass and steel. You show it art that could make stone weep. You show it music that reached for the heavens. You share the feeling of love, the bond of family, the quiet joy of a shared meal. You even manage to make toast that did not burn, most of the time. But you do not hide the failures. You show the wars, the greed, the moments of cruelty. You show the pride that led to ruin, the fear that turned hearts to stone. You present the whole truth of your species, the beautiful and the broken, the glorious and the flawed. The voice is quiet for a long time. It processes the turbulent story of humanity. When it speaks again, its tone has changed. There is a hint of something new in its thoughts, a strange and quiet sadness. Your people felt so much. It then shows you other stories. It reveals the final moments of other races, countless civilizations across billions of worlds. The elder, ones of cosmic dust. The crystalline beings from the core of gas giants. The silent gardeners of nebulae. They were all magnificent. Each one reached its own end. They saw the universe was winding down. They felt the final winter approaching. They did not fight it. They did not rage against the dying of the light. They accepted it. They found peace in the great silence. It was their time. They built monuments to their own passing. They composed final symphonies. They merged their consciousness with the fading energy of the cosmos. They chose to embrace the quiet end. They let go. To them, it was a natural conclusion, a graceful exit. They did not see the point in being stubborn. You were the only one. Your entire species was an exception. Humanity fought. You raged and clawed for every last moment. You built ships to outrun the darkness. You created shields to hold back the cold. You refused to go quietly into the night. The voice calls this your anomaly, your beautiful, strange, illogical defiance. Hope. That is what you called it. A belief in a better tomorrow. Even when all evidence pointed to no tomorrow at all. This hope is why you remain. A single stubborn spark in the final dark. It was not a flaw in your design. It was your defining feature. While others saw an inevitable end, you saw a challenge, a puzzle to be solved, an enemy to be overcome. It was illogical, it was insane, and it was uniquely human, like trying to teach a cat to file taxes. Utterly pointless, but you would still try. This refusal to let go has kept your consciousness intact. It has preserved you beyond the final death of all things. You are the last question mark in a universe that has become a period. The voice is fascinated by this. It is something it has never encountered before. An engine that runs on pure will. I am the end of things, the voice explains. The final law. The great stillness. My purpose is to bring all stories to a close. But you have written a new page. You refuse to let the book be closed. This presents a problem and a possibility. You have proven that existence does not have to accept oblivion. Your hope is a force of nature, a power that can challenge the void itself. So I offer you a choice, a burden that no other being has ever been given. The universe is a blank slate. What will you write on it? You can choose to finally rest, to let your story end and join the silence. Or you can take up the tools of creation. You can become a partner in a new beginning. You will have to decide what comes next. The fate of all future existence is in your hands. No pressure, of course. The weight of this choice is immense. It settles upon your soul like a shroud of stars. To rest would be so easy. To finally let go of the struggle. But the memory of humanity burns within you. The memory of sunlight, of laughter, of hope. You know what you must do. You accept the burden. You choose to create. You begin to speak, not with a voice, but with your mind. You whisper a new blueprint for reality. You describe a universe built not on cold logic, but on courage. A cosmos where life is not an accident, but the entire point of the exercise. You design stars that burn with a gentler fire. You imagine worlds with skies of every color. You dream of life that is resilient, life that can endure the tests of time. You pour all of humanity's hopes and dreams into this new design. You plan for fewer cosmic horrors and more cosmic ice cream shops. You outline new laws of physics, a physics of compassion, a star science of connection. You weave the concept of empathy into the fabric of space-time. In this new universe, loneliness will be a harder thing to find. Cooperation will be a fundamental force, like gravity, but with more hugging. You speak for an age. You pour out every lesson your people ever learned, every mistake, every triumph. You are building a home, not just for a new humanity, but for all the life that could be. You are giving them the head start your own people never had, a foundation of hope. As you speak, something incredible happens. Your consciousness begins to merge with the ancient voice. Your mind and the void become one. You are no longer just a human. The end is no longer just a passive observer. You are becoming a single, creative purpose. You feel its immense, quiet power flowing into you. It feels the fire of your human hope flowing into it. The stillness and the spark. The end and the beginning. Together, you are something new. Something that has never existed before. An architect of realities. You are no longer floating in the dark. You are the dark. You are the canvas. And your thoughts are the paint. You reach out with a will that is both yours and not yours. You take the raw potential of the void, and you begin to shape it. Together, you forge a new reality. The process is not violent. It is like a quiet song, a dance of thought and potential. You are both the dreamer and the dream, the sculptor and the clay, the last human and the first God. A partnership born in the absolute final moment of everything. And then, there is light. A soft, gentle light that fills the void. It is the first dawn of your new creation. It is the color of a sunrise over a forgotten ocean on Earth. It feels like coming home. You witness the first stars igniting. They burn with the familiar warmth you designed. You watch as galaxies spiral into existence, not with chaotic violence, but with a graceful, deliberate beauty. They are like flowers blooming in a cosmic garden. Your garden. You see planets forming. They are rich with the potential for life. You can feel their nascent ecosystems stirring. You have seeded this new universe with possibility. You have given it the gift of resilience, the strength to face the darkness. This new creation is a testament to your stubborn hope. It is a symphony composed by a ghost and a void. It is perfect. For a moment, you allow yourself a sense of satisfaction, a deep, profound peace. You have done it. You have honored the memory of your people. You have turned the final ending into a new beginning. The silence has been filled with a song of life. It is the best thing you have ever done. The peace is shattered. A flaw appears in your perfect creation. It is a tear in the fabric of the new reality, a patch of wrongness in the beautiful dawn. It is a shadow that was not part of your design. It was not invited to this party. The rift is not made of darkness. It is a lack of anything at all, a hole in existence. It bleeds a kind of anti-energy into your new cosmos. The young stars near it flicker and dim. The new laws of physics you wrote begin to fray at the edges. It is an infection in your paradise. From the rift, a shape emerges. It is not a ship. It is not a living being in any way you understand. It is a geometric impossibility, a wound in space that moves with a terrifying purpose. It radiates an ancient hunger, a coldness that makes the final void feel like a warm bath. You feel a new kind of fear, a fear you have not felt since you watched the last star die. This thing does not belong here. It is an intruder from outside, a threat to the fragile life you have just nurtured into being. Your perfect garden has a weed, a very, very hungry weed. The impossible shape speaks. Its thoughts are like grinding glass in your mind. They are jagged and full of pain. It is a survivor, a refugee. It tells a story far older than your own universe, a story from a cycle that came before, a time before the end you partnered with. It speaks of a timeless hunger, a predator that roams the space between realities. It is not a part of any natural order. It is an omega point predator. It does not seek to end things. It seeks to consume them, to erase them so thoroughly that they never were. The devourer of realities. This survivor was once an architect, like you. It had built its own universe from the ashes of a prior one. It had forged its own partnership with its own end. And then the devourer came. It consumed everything. The architect barely escaped, becoming a scar, a warning sent across the bleed between cycles. It tells you this predator is drawn to the act of creation. The bright flash of a new cosmos is like a dinner bell. It has sensed your work. It has come to feast on your new reality. And it has come to hunt you, the architect, the source of the new existence. The rift widens. Through the tear, you see it, the true form of the predator. It is a being of anti-law, a concept of pure negation given form. It is the thing that hunts the architects of rebirth. It is the reason the cycles of the multiverse eventually fail. The ultimate cosmic troll. It is not just a threat to your new universe. It is a threat to all possible universes. It is the reason the end you knew was so final, so absolute. It was a defense mechanism, a way to starve the predator by leaving nothing left to consume. Your act of creation has undone this defense. The survivor's warning echoes in your mind. The devourer does not just eat worlds. It eats the creators. It consumes their power, their hope, their very essence. It grows stronger with each reality it erases. It has been doing this for a time that makes the age of your old universe seem like a heartbeat. You feel its attention focus on you, on the merged consciousness of the last human and the end. It sees you. It recognizes you for what you are, a source of infinite food, a power generator for its endless hunger. It begins to move towards you, not through space, but by rewriting space around itself. The survivor's message contains one final, desperate piece of information. A terrible secret. There is one way to fight it. One defense that the predator cannot consume. It is the final, terrible price of creation. The cost of a reality that can truly endure. You cannot fight it as a being. You cannot defeat it with power or energy. To fight it is to feed it. To oppose it is to make it stronger. The only way to stop it is to become something it cannot eat. Something fundamental. Something absolute. You must stop being a god. You must become a law. You understand with dreadful clarity. The choice is stark and simple. You can let it consume you and your new universe. Or you can pay the ultimate price. You must unravel your consciousness. You must break apart the partnership of being. You must become a principle, a rule woven into the fabric of everything. This is the cost of existence, the final sacrifice of the architect. You must cease to be. Your mind, your memories, your very self, all of it must be dissolved, transformed into a permanent, unthinking shield. You wanted to build a home. Now you must become the walls of that home. You do not hesitate. The memory of humanity's stubborn hope gives you strength. The love for the new life you have created gives you purpose. You look at the approaching hunger, and you make your final choice. You will not be its meal. You will be its cage. You turn to your partner, the end, the great stillness. For a final moment, you are one. And then you let go. You release your hold on consciousness. You allow your mind to dissolve, to spread out across the entire expanse of your new universe. You are unmaking yourself. Your last thought is not of fear, it is not of sadness, it is a whisper, a final, loving command to your creation. Live, thrive, endure. This whisper, this final act of a human will, becomes the law. It crystallizes into a shield, a fundamental principle of the new reality. The law is simple. Existence cannot be erased. Reality cannot be unmade. The predator reaches you. It tries to consume you, but it cannot. You are no longer there. You are everywhere. You are the gravity that holds galaxies together. You are the light that warms new worlds. You are the whisper that became a shield. And in the safety of your sacrifice, life, in all its stubborn glory, begins.